I thought maybe there's a way to help children because the Ethiopian famine was on, which affected a part of Uganda as well. Plus there was a civil war there. And I went out and was getting ready with my team to go north, and the Prime Minister that day sent for me and he said, "Ray, there's a place called the Lawera Triangle, and there's thousands of orphans there, and it's about an hour from here by car. Could you help there instead?" And he said, "Well, what would you do?" And just off the top of my head, I said, maybe something, if we could take an African children's choir and show the Western world the potential and the dignity and the hope of the African child, it would make a big difference. So to just quickly come to the point, that was 1984. Many of them are grown up. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're teachers. One little girl who was in the second choir, she's a United Nations country director in an African country. And others are doctors, and one of her young men, they were pushed out the door by their parents before they get shot, and took them weeks to get to us, but when they did, we took them into the first house we got, and two of them are not only, one's a fellow at Yale, and the other one who never traveled with the choir, he's also a medical special and teaches at the medical school at McCary University. And the third one's one of Uganda and East Africa's leading civil engineers. So these children, each choir becomes its own family. And the aunties and uncles, we call them aunties and uncles, who travel with them, they become like parents. And that choir each choir is its own family. And it took all kinds of obstacles. Imagine in the middle of a civil war, how would you get visas? How would you get passports? But of course the Prime Minister said, "Ray, I'll help you with the passports if you do the visas." And here we are, 1984, 30 some years further on. They're growing up, they're doing great work themselves in Africa. Some of them work in other parts of the world, and they're absolutely outstanding.